Remember, aristocrat means criminal. Okay? And that's what they are. Nasty lot. Just remember that. They use criminal methods to stay in power, criminal methods to get into power, especially punish anybody else who gets in their way. They're just bloody criminals. And I was told by the police if a crime occurred and there were two people in the area, one with a soft hat, you know what they call it, and the other with a top hat or a strawberry. And with the soft hat is the criminal. Supply strawberry. I did have one once, but I gave it away. There's no reason for that. But that's how they work. They're clever liars. Really nasty lot. And they steal from the poor. That's the problem. And they're clever. I'm clever lot. Tim Brown, who's not an aristocrat, he was a porter. He cleverly, you see, he appears to have stolen my pension. It's not an insubstantial pension. And he was unfortunately my signature. Going to the office and pretending to be me. Well, this is my physiog. I'm the person who should get it. My name's Christopher Strowman, so I should get the pension. I understand that's what's happened. And the office is in St Nicholas Square, something like that. Somewhere up road. I'm quite sure where the council offices are. In Sutton, because Sutton now does that's now within his range and stolen. It wasn't that long ago. It's been quite a long time. My pension stopped, which simple. So he's a thief, nasty thief. He's done other people as well. He's quite rich now. There's some holidays in America and stuff like that. I was told he was having a good time. And he did because he worked for the aristocrats. That smears the whole of the aristocracy as a bloody load of criminals. All of them are. And in France, they had a solution, shot reds off. Unfortunately, it didn't stop crime. But it doesn't stop crime, so it's not a solution. We've got to integrate them. The aristocracy needs to be integrated and made into working class people, honest working class people. It's called a cultural revolution, which is what happened in China. Okay, these bloody aristocrats who've been there at least 10,000 years, and they learn the skills of well, they call themselves administrators. Well, they aren't administrators, and bloody awful ones. They're the criminals. Unfortunately, in all societies, there's a saying, power corrupts, and unfortunately, it happens in all societies. America was a great place, and I think it probably still is. Trump is an untried person. He's straight to the point. If he's right, he's quite a good bloke. But I can't understand Farage. You know, he should have been on the side of the workers. For that means United Europe, because that was an aristocratic idea. It doesn't really matter who it was. In fact, if it was Churchill, wasn't it, all that lot? Well, he wants a peace. It's a good thing. So there's a good aristocrats, there's bad aristocrats. And Churchill counts as a good aristocrat. One or two cared. In fact, the top aristocrat is a caring person, although let's say she, but the monarchy care about themselves. They're terrified of being murdered, and nobody wants to do that. But they need to keep the aristocrats under control, make them honest, and give the money they stole from the poor back to the poor, which was stolen ever since they invaded. Remember the invasion of the Normans back in at least 1966. I can't remember what it was. Perhaps it was 1066 and all that. Remember it? And I think the solution, if you feed us with a cloud structure fiscal framework, doesn't happen. That's the theory. We have these ceremonies now and again when they have cloud structures church, and that is the idea, is to make quite sure that the workers obey the rules of the aristocrats. It's all run through the church, as I understand it. That's not the only organ they set up. One of the things they do is chop the brain out. If you're a worker, or if you're anybody who goes to a doctor, he's judged first of his job. Do your job need a brain? And if you're retired, of course, you don't need a brain. So chop the brain out. That's what miserable psychopaths they are. They're afraid of an insurrection. They haven't got one, but they deserve an insurrection. I don't think beheading them all is a solution. But it isn't, because I could be one of those being beheaded. I'm an impoverished aristocrat. But I've had a good education. I've been out of the education system, but it's a sad world. I want to do things for society. That's always getting money. When I do things, I was earning money. But it wasn't the money I was important, it was the doing the thing. I did earn money, but I don't earn money now. I've got very little. They cut my pay. People, I don't quite sure how it was done, but it was done within the law. They stole my money, basically. Now, they can have my house, which is not worth very much now, because I did ask for it to be turned into a garden of remembrance, not me, but just the people who suffered as a result of conflict between aristocrats and workers. Because it's an aristocrat's house, it's not, it's on the edge of the aristocrats. Pig's houses are over there, on this side, on the side divide. And this pig lives opposite, he thinks it's the Queen's cousin. Well, nobody of that rank would actually behave like that. He's just to protect the poor. He doesn't. He exploits them. I mean, Kim Brown thinks the aristocrats protect him. Well, they do, because he works for them. Because they exploit them. But he's killed man. He's got in a position of power. They're not stupid to work. He's partially excited, and people help him. Wonderful. It goes against them. But socialists bang. And he stays in power like that. He's not a nice man. And all the aristocrats like that, and all their lackeys are all like that. They all steal from the innocent people. He wants me to join, I think somebody said, join us. If that means murdering women to have sex with them, everything their brains, I'm not going to do it. And if that means exploiting working class people, I'm not going to do it. You can't have your cake and eat it. It's a very vicious world. And Britain is a place, a two-class society with the aristocrats and the workers. And the workers are mostly brain damaged. It doesn't affect their children, it affects them. And increasingly the jobs become such that they can't be done by brain damaged people. Private workers get a lot of money. And I was in a doctor's surgery some time ago. I was earning more than the doctor. The doctor then, he's very angry, he wants to shoot me. The doctor thinks they're special. Our specialists, they're body technicians as well now. And they have a position of power. The idea is doctors, in Britain, the system is that all the professional jobs, that's where they do something to somebody else. They're all the administrators and the like doctors and so on. They're all criminals, and they're aristocrats, or sons of aristocrats, or second sons of aristocrats. It actually, I seem to remember who the rest brought out to me. The first son of the aristocrat inherits the territory, becomes a lord. The second son will become a vicar, therefore have the power of the church over them. And the third son will become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. And the ladies can become lawyers too. So that's called the establishment. You never get anywhere with it. You can't fight a system. But if I complain about one aristocrat, they all stand together, so I can't. But I'm an aristocrat, by birth. That's what criminals they are. And I think if it was shown that I was, they would take the brain out, which certainly does. They're criminally insane, the psychiatrists, people in power. And psychiatry is used to get rid of people. And miserable souls, and they started to use psychiatry to establish themselves as people in power. And would it be wonderful for them, for the workers? Husband do the work. Don't need him anymore, let's murder them all. Okay? So if you're a worker, you're about to be murdered because you've got replaced by a machine. We don't need you, they'll murder you. Okay? Do it slowly, a few drugs and poison you. I'm not in that category at the moment. You see, the person who runs this house has unfortunately and accidentally fallen down the stairs, and I did what I could to save her life because that's my instinct. I found out later that her mother was a Bollywood star, and that's why she's rich. Well, she's rich in her own camp, she's very good at looking after herself. And she has these external care homes, which are not for old people, they're actually for people who have to take psychiatric drugs. It's mental illness, and in this country, mental illness means trouble behaviour, so it excuses them for murdering them. Clever. The Liberal Party says, wonderful, let's treat mental illness. That's all they're doing is chopping their brains out, making them slaves. And I think they even want to give me a tranquilizer woman to play with, which is not nice. Not nice at all. Americans over here treat like that. So if an American don't come here, and if a European don't come here, leaving Europe is not a good idea because they don't want the Europeans. So somehow they got fast to use sorts of workers to separate us. That makes it easier for the aristocrats to stay in power. They're going all around Europe murdering people already. So they got to Hungary as doctors, and first they do is find intelligence in the intelligent Hungarians and murder them, chop their brains out. Well, witness one or two. It's unpleasant, to say the least. British law applying to Hungary does not apply. They knew the Hungarians weren't stupid and knew what was going on, but get a doctor, doctor's English. Has to learn Hungarian, but they speak this foreign language, it's English they don't understand. They're bad. Very bad. And they call it the aristocrats in Hungary as well, the particular tribe. And what they call them, gypsies. The gypsies over there are the workers. Clever. And I think Edith had this song, this story she used to play, which I don't know where I get it from. It's a story of a gypsy boy becoming a king or gypsy girl marrying a king. And the story of Edith is like that. Unfortunately, my English has been terribly injured, and I just hope for a miracle. But she's gone. She's gone completely. I've lost her, but anyway, sad world. Life ends, you know. I won't live forever. We're caught in it now. This icy blast has come across Europe, according to the exact base. It happened before during the terrible times they describe. It could happen again, and we've had quality impacts over a period of time, quite a lot of them. And they have been said there's enough dust in the atmosphere to shut out the sun's heat for thousands of years. I don't know if that's true or not. We won't know until the thousands of years are up. We've got to survive cold, you've got to survive lack of blue light, which stops the plant growth, and it's going to be pretty awful. There'll be no food, icy conditions. Birds to a feather flock together, and that's what we've got to do. Join your own tribe. And whether the workers will have me, I don't know. Aristocrats won't have me. Sad world. Okay. So if you're whatever you are, you've got to assess the situation and join the side you think will give you most support. And it's pretty obvious aristocrats will join aristocrats, but there's few in number. And if aristocrats join the workers, and they're good organisers, and they help us survive better. There'll still be aristocrats, of course. I think when the politics was invented and they had a parliament, the aristocrats started to represent working class people, and they're supposed to be a worker representing the working class people, but they're not up to it because they're brain damaged. Hereditary defects, they brain damaged. There are some working class people in Parliament, and they're very good. If you watch parliamentary proceedings, you'll find their voice just betrays their origin. And there's some real working class people there too. That's a good sign. That's democracy. And my little plug, Brexit should be forgotten about. We should just pretend it never happened. It'll fade. Unless the press keep publicising it. The press burns just, well, they're more influence in Europe if they're part of Europe, aren't they? So really just stay in Europe. It hasn't happened yet. I know they're still talking about it, going through the Article 50. And the Europeans might regard it as a declaration of war. It could be very nasty. And because they're very strong Europeans now. So they even to talk about taking America. Interesting if America became allied with Russia. Interesting. See, Trump likes Putin, Putin likes Trump. That could be a good situation. Watch out, there's a thief coming. Not only does he want your money, he wants your brains out too, to stop you fighting back. That's psychiatry. Attack your enemy without him realizing being attacked. Disable him so he cannot fight back. And kill him without the body dying. So your enemy's friends think he's being looked after and he's still alive. Okay? That's psychiatry. It's nothing to do with health. Nothing to do with mental illness. Nothing to do with this. About oppression of the people. Okay? So shoot the psychiatrist. Shoot the doctor. Some doctors dedicate their lives to helping people, and they do have them, and they're there. And you go to hospital as a visitor and you're ill, they will treat you. That's their instinct. And most doctors are like that. So what I'm saying is, you have to put psychiatric doctors. That's not true. They're there to kill. Unfortunately, in this country, they had started to have private insurance again, which is that national service is funding, you see. And if you're a national patient, they take your organs out and send them to the aristocrats who are ill, wonderful. And they say, oh, there's terribly ill with kidney failure. I want your kidneys. Chop. The worker goes past, oh, he's good with kidneys. That's unfortunate. See workers, especially out of work workers, as sources of kidneys and livers and hearts and arms and legs and everything else. Miserable sods. So don't get in near anybody hospital. Especially St George's Tooting. That's harvesters. Up the road, there's another hospital where the Muslims are in power, and they tend not to. Muslims are to be good doctors who care about people. So they're trained. They care. But not all Christian doctors. Some Christian doctors do, some don't. But they also do justice. And I've been accused of this murder of this woman. What's her name? Commissioner Cohen. Thought Cohen hadn't done me at all. And it may have been done in order to frame me. So I don't know why. So he didn't want me. Somebody didn't like me. He may have thought I was a danger to the royal family, because I'm not. I'm not the slightest bit dangerous to the royal family. No. Don't even contact them, know nothing about them. But anybody's come in contact with these people, it becomes in a dangerous position. The only people who are relatively safe from that are the people in Parliament, and it's a vicious world. There's not much I can do about it. I have a list a yard long of all my medications they're giving me. Some are good, some are bad. And it's difficult to understand the situation that I'm in. Anyway, if you're working class, you're in danger of your brain cut out and organs then cut out to use as structure. That's what some of these White Houses do. Somebody at House is closed now. He was selected for that, and he went to an hospital for something, came out without his kidneys. You can go to dialysis, you'll last 10 years. That's it. I started his kidneys for the money. Still pressed to protect. That's enough to that. Well, I'm doing something for my money. I'm supporting this project, which is a source of power that uses deuterium. It's a new source of power, but it's possible that it's been used for millions of years, and some animals using it in bioenergy nuclear reactions, which is what it is. And it's possible that we have been using it without realising it. It's usually the case. It was all done before. We didn't know they were using it. Also, Tesla power, which is what they used in Hitler's Germany, was one of these things. I didn't know that at the time. It was worked out. And so it has been in use. It's possible that Hitler and that did not know where power was coming from, but they knew how to get it. They must have run about heavy hydrogen, so they knew something, but it's not revealed. And that was working class, and they don't like socialism, you see, because they're not because it's bad for the economy, anything like that. It actually threatens their lives, the aristocrats' lives. They don't like socialists for that reason. They want to see a socialist smashed in order to preserve their own lives. And they talk about killing working class citizens, don't need them anymore. I heard him talk. It's this psychopath called Richard Ingle. He's a senior judge. I think actually it's his son now who's doing the same thing. They all rehearse it. It's all rehearsed down over centuries. Clever. So as they get you, I mean, there's a Judge Jefferson, I think, was the hanging judge. He was a rare judge, but he was actually British. He would go in his way, he murdered them. Then he would shoot somebody, he would blame, and then hang his friends. That's what it seems. So that's how it works. And unfortunately, that's how it works in this country too. And Dr. Cunningham explained it to me, and they have this enclampsia, well, not medical, but this commercial drugs. If you try to run it, causes pain in the chest, and it will kill you. But it's not actually. It's actually not the heart itself. It's something in the chest that goes wrong. I don't know. Because the women get it. Maybe it's heart. I don't know. Because this woman gets it who's pregnant. And it blows the kidneys. And so they found out one of the drugs they give me is Romapril, which affects that reflex. And you have to cut off very slowly if you cut off at all. I'm hoping the doctor is treating me as a friend and will slowly take me off these drugs. Because they accuse you of murdering Ocean and they want to be killed. I've done it again now, I've brought it back again. Because they have this, I was being cleared once. Hopefully the judge will throw it out. Because they reintroduced this double jeopardy. In other words, you can't be tried twice for the same thing, especially if it's a death penalty. But they've reversed that, and because it can be done. Democracy means you can Parliament can take anything. So, I'm not the murderer of Russia, got nothing to do with me. It may have been done in order to frame me, as I say. It's not very nice. And I think the slightest idea that I would go back to Kennedy Road, let's charge him again with this murder, so he doesn't get it. Well, I've given up that. Hopefully it'll turn into a garden of remembrance for the people who died over this house. And it's only a terraced house after all. It's only a terraced house, that's all it is. It's in a good area, but it's a terraced house. It's opposite this madman called, what's his name? Neil, obviously that name slips from my mind. Somebody across the road who's opposite me, he covets my house. Let's knock it down so nobody has it. That's the best answer. And anyway, if you sell it to me, if you buy it from me, I should say that's all right. But he doesn't want to do that. It stands mine in the title deeds. And my mother, I inherited it from my mother. I was an owner with a shared ownership with her. And when she died of old age, basically, she was 100. She died of a blood pressure tablet. She was murdered. So I could do that because they give me blood pressure tablets. She'd been murdered. She passed on to me. That was automatic. As I was on title. She also wrote a will which left it to me, but she probably didn't name me. That's the problem. You may have made it, you see, that's the problem. If you don't name the person you want to inherit your money, then you said your husband or your wife, that's not good enough. You've got to say the name of the person to inherit your property. And she may have tried to put my name down. She may have said my son rather than name. And people go and say, well, how to go? And the genetic test, return test would tell if she could. Of course, now she's dead, there's no trace. Unfortunately, the genetic test would tell who the father was. They don't like that because it might reveal my lineage as being highborn. That's the trouble with your highborn woman. It's important to get out in India, and they say it's a ruling family. But I suppose it's reasonable to try to make sure your son also inherits the kingdom. There's a bloke here he claims to be a king, maybe he is, I don't know anything about his country. And it's nasty. A coup means the king is pushed out. Then there's legitimacy. If you had democracy, we would have voted for that, they wouldn't happen. Person in power who could put a king on a president to make a difference. The president's elected king. You can push him out by impeaching him. If you don't like him, I'll vote for him. But some legitimately elected people want to stay there and they're children about it. Because it's a good job, basically. America, they got it all worked out. Presidents, they have presidents men and they go down, and it is sometimes the president's son will inherit the presidency, but they're not inherited, but he'll be voted in. But not very often. It's very rare that a family member will become president. Well, Trump has changed all that. He wants to be king of America. So watch out for the Ides of March, as I say. That's what happened with Julius Caesar. He was elected as the leader of Rome. The Senate elected him, and then he wants to be king of Rome. They voted him. Thus establishing a dictatorship, which is not what was intended. So watch out, America. You've got this bloke who wants to be king of America. Interesting. Yeah. He's friends of Putin too. What a mess. Right. Interesting times. Okay. I'm worried about leaving the door. I'm here knocked off. I don't know. We have the police wear jackboots, but they wear the actual boots underneath the trouser neck, so it's not visible. That's acceptable. It looks like a shoe, effectively a jackboot. But they don't kick people to death, and they use it to stop them being kicked in the legs. And we like our police when over here. And that's what I found when I defected from Hitler's Germany, that the police in this country were respected and cared about. That was the difference. Everyone was afraid of them. Whereas in Hitler's Germany, everyone was afraid of the police. And not a good job, really, because it's going to target. I think that's true in America too. Now, the policemen who shoot black people as prejudice are doing the wrong thing. Because they're black shooters. And I'm not anti-black. It's a mistake. I'm against black power, which is entirely different, which means that the white people are being wiped out. Mind you, what we want to be sure of is that the culture, which includes our technology, is passed on, so the human race has it. Not that we're not terribly worried about the skin colour. I have had an affair with some Indian people, and I think they're Indian, and so we have some dark-skinned children. I don't mind, but I want to pass on the important thing is the celebration, that the white man is not the only man with celebration. In fact, we all have black ancestors. Of course, that's how it is. It's an skin color's adaptation to the icy cold conditions here. In fact, if I go to Africa, my skin will become dark because of I inherit this gene which changes colour of the skin depending on the temperature. If I sit in a hot shower, my skin becomes quite dark. Partly photosensitive, but partly it's heat. Interesting. So I do have that capacity. And in the summer months, when they were persecuting white people, I was sufficiently dark not to be killed. Very important. I'm pinky now because it's winter. It's a bad thing to say, but I know white people are being persecuted. Very few of us left now, actually, around here. Everybody I see is dark-skinned. My family look after me are dark-skinned. Looking over his shoulder, there's somebody out there to shoot me. But I was always known as a black lover as a child, a young person. And people hated me. There are articles in the paper and things that appear to come from me that said nasty things about black people. But it's racist, I know. But when I talk to people, they just don't matter to me now anymore. I used to. I never actually mattered to me out on the street that they were coloured. Just didn't matter. But I'm afraid of black people. I fear them because they're strong. They're bigger than me. I'm the size of a 14-year-old child, and I don't know why I've shrunk, but I was never really that big. And the idea of this tablets they give me is to shrink my brain and my body. It shrinks the brain, it shrinks the body as well, because it kills the cells. So I shrink down, and when my brain goes down, smaller, they noticed my head was shrinking as well. They noticed I was shrinking, and my head is the normal size. It's proportional to my body. I should say. I don't know. I've noticed if you watch television, this distance here to the top of the skull, down to the jaw, is about 50%. That's what I noticed from looking at people. It doesn't matter what skin colour they have. Because the people on television are generally the successful people, always. I've noticed that. But I'm not successful. Just every house burned down. I'm poor. My money's stolen. And that protects the head against some things. Obviously, it won't protect against bullets or arrows, but it will protect against minor blows, pressure, sort of protects against heat and cold, because that affects you as well. Your head gets cold, you fall asleep, die. It's important to keep your head warm. That's not the only, the chest is the only thing to keep warm. this kind of thing. And I read about the Quran, and all that stuff. I was read all about it. Very nice. And it describes what happened. In certain terms. It doesn't say the time scale. But in qualities, he's just so he is now. And that could result in the same conditions. But a lot of Westerners, as Christians, do not know that the monotheist is stemmed from space, because they still don't believe it's stemmed from space. It's not in the Bible, they still don't believe in it. And so they don't like the Quran. But there's no reason to kill them. No reason for that. We must live in peace. I've been forced to go to a Christian church, and although I take communion and so on. I cannot say it. I find it difficult to say. Some of it's all right, like saying I've sinned and I wish to be forgiven, and we should forgive others and so on. That's reasonable. But I don't know what they're doing much at all. I think I understand it's a lecture by the teacher, and the leader of the mosque will talk to them about policy. And then they have gradually they talk to God. Now my idea of God being the approach's idea of God is just here. There's God. See, it is. It's not true. And the scientists think the soul is sitting in the head somewhere. Not true. The Zoroastrian idea of God is all around us all the time. Controlled everything. Well, that's right. That's a field theory. A field theory. And it's already confusing. The scientist's idea is that you cannot prove what is true of the existence of God, so we don't worry about it. But it could exist. See? Don't worry about it. I'm going to die. There's no future in it. That's unfortunately the situation. No, I'm afraid to die because death comes to all men. You might live a little bit longer than others, some a little bit shorter than others, some very short lives. Some babies only live a few minutes and they die. Some die in the womb, some die when they're young, some people die when they're old. It's called, there's a special name for that. It's to do with insurance. And people in Christians are probably Christians who think God gave them the world. It says in the Bible, you read the Bible, it says, I give you this, this, and so on. But it applies to anybody who can read the Bible, so that's the trouble. If you've read the Bible, you've read those words. It's right at the beginning, I think it is. I can't remember where it is in the Bible, it's there. Unfortunately. But to me, it's a book, anybody can read it, so that those sentences, it's just a weird evolutionary, we're somehow superior to our animals. That's why so many of us, it's biological. Biomass. That's the whole human race. Not just the white man, not just the black man, not just whatever, not just the Christian, not just the Muslim, but everybody. Fortunately. So, I'll go home now. I don't know what this is.